In The Fate of the Furious, The Rock and Jason Statham weren't supposed to laugh while exchanging insults, but The Rock's toothbrush joke was so hilarious that Statham broke character.
And I'm gonna knock your teeth so far down your throat, you're gonna stick a toothbrush right up your ass to brush them.
He later confirmed on Twitter that the joke wasn't scripted, and Statham was the first to crack up. In Boyhood, Ethan Hawke shared that the sex education lecture scene felt genuinely awkward since he had known the actors playing his kids for years. Many lines were improvised, and the uncomfortable laughter was completely authentic.
I hope that you can learn from my mistakes. So wear a condom, okay? Or get it. I don't know, whatever.
Well, let's get into it.
In the SNL skit Beavis and Butthead, Ryan Gosling and Mikey Day wore prosthetics to resemble the cartoon characters, but Heidi Gardner burst into laughter the moment she saw them.
Okay, so let me pick up where we left off. We were at the park.
In It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Charlie Day wasn't originally supposed to hand Dennis the papers. It was improvised, and as Glenn Howerton keeps refusing them, you can see Day begin to laugh. On the Always Sunny podcast, he admitted he had to look down to hide it because Howerton's reaction got to him.
Stop handing me papers.
Ludacris once shared that it was his suggestion for The Rock to say this line in Fast and Furious 6, but he never thought Dwayne would actually do it. When he did, Ludacris spit out his drink and laughed in genuine surprise.
Hey, Mia, you better hide your baby oil. I'm just playing. You better hide that big-ass forehead. I was just joking.
There have been countless moments where actors broke character in Friends, but one of the most noticeable was when Matt LeBlanc completely lost his composure in season 4.
Where's my ring? My dead grandmother's wedding ring! Where is it? Where is it?
During Ross's confrontation with the stripper as Chandler speaks,
way to be cool, man.
Joey can be seen cowering behind them, struggling to hold back laughter. This moment was originally cropped in the 4:3 version, but became visible in the 16:9 remaster. In Supernatural Season 3, when Jensen Ackles improvises his shout after Lauren Cohan steals his lottery tickets, it completely catches Jared Padalecki off guard, causing him to turn his head away from the camera to hide his reaction.
Son of a bitch!
Murderville, a show centered on improv, often saw guest stars breaking character, but Will Arnett rarely did. That's why it was especially hilarious when Kumail Nanjiani's squawking made Arnett crack up during the scene. In Killers of the Flower Moon, Leonardo DiCaprio improvised a line while driving Molly around. His awkward flirting was so amusing that Scorsese decided to keep her real laughter in the final cut.
Shomikasi, that's how you are.
I don't know what she said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
Robin Williams was well known for improvising, so it was no surprise that he did so during Good Will Hunting. In one of the film's most iconic scenes, Williams' character shares a story about his late wife and how she used to fart in her sleep.
My wife used to fart when she was nervous. You know, she used to fart in her sleep.
This dialogue was completely improvised, and Matt Damon's laughter was 100% real. You can even see the camera slightly shake, suggesting the operator was laughing as well.
One night it was so loud it woke the dog up.
In The Return of the Pink Panther, Peter Sellers, as Inspector Clouseau disguised as Guy Gadbois, chats with Catherine Schell while sipping his drink, only to lose part of his fake mustache. When he messes up a famous quote, Schell completely loses it.
Well, here is looking at you, kid.
They attempted multiple takes, but she kept cracking up, sometimes even choking on her drink. Eventually, director Blake Edwards decided to keep the best take in the final film. In that 70s show, during the scene where Donna, Jackie, and Kitty visit a male strip club, Mila Kunis couldn't stop laughing.
God, Casey? Oh my God, Casey!
She even hid her face in her purse before turning away from the camera. Bloopers show that the laughter wasn't planned, but some of it was kept in the final cut. In Pretty Woman, Richard Gere snapping the necklace case on Julia Roberts' hand wasn't scripted. Director Gary Marshall suggested it, and Roberts' genuine laughter was so perfect that they left it in the movie.
When can I sit on your lap?
Right now, come on over here, big boy.
In The Office, the scene where Kevin sits on Michael's lap was so funny that multiple cast members struggled to keep it together. You can even spot Ed Helms beginning to smile, and in the next wide shot, he's no longer in the frame. This was actually the 30th take because the cast kept breaking into laughter.
Would you like a Christmas, little boy? I don't know.
Just because you've got the emotional range of a teaspoon.
In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the emotional range of a teaspoon line was scripted, but the laughter that followed was completely real. Emma Watson started giggling naturally, and Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint joined in. The moment felt so genuine that the editors left it in the final cut.
You don't come on my stuff! I'll come wherever the fuck I want, James!
In This Is the End, Seth Rogen confirmed that he struggled to maintain a straight face during the scene where Danny McBride and James Franco argue over the magazine. The most obvious moment is at the end when his shoulders visibly shake as he tries not to laugh.
This? No more, man! All over your fucking face! All more! All over the fucking place!
So all is live.
In Live in Front of a Studio Audience, Jamie Foxx flubbed his lines, making the entire cast and audience crack up. Though unintentional, he played along and turned the moment into a hilarious part of the show.
Everyone sitting at home just think their TV just messed up.
Yes.
In Will and Grace's live episode, Alive and Shticking, the funniest break happens when Jack reveals his missing eyebrow. The sight was too much for Deborah Messing, and she bursts into giggles, with Sean Hayes quickly joining in. In Better Call Saul Season 2, the line was scripted, but Bob Odenkirk's delivery was so funny that Rhea Seehorn couldn't stop laughing.
Wait till you see what I floss with.
Responding to a fan on Twitter, Seehorn admitted her laughter was completely real and that she broke character every single take. In The Office, Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey revealed on their podcast that John Krasinski often broke character. A great example is when Michael accuses Toby of being the Flasher and asks him to prove it, leading to an awkward silence where Krasinski barely holds it together.
Prove it. Let's see your penis. As that was coming out of my mouth, I knew that it was wrong.
In The Vampire Diaries, when Caroline laughs at Nora's old-fashioned dress, Candace Acola's reaction was real. Showrunner Julie Pless revealed that first. Tony Griffin pranked her by wearing the dress himself, making her laughter completely genuine.
No one says a fucking word around this prick unless they want my forehead through their fucking skull!
In Ted Lasso Season 3, during Roy's angry outburst, Phil Dunster struggles to keep a straight face while the rest of the locker room stays serious. Throughout the scene, he is visibly trying to suppress a smile. In Liar Liar, Jim Carrey had the cast cracking up during the courtroom scene. While sitting next to Jennifer Tilly, he grabbed a metal pitcher and pretended to pee in it, making everyone lose it. Despite the serious setting, Carrey turned the moment into an impromptu comedy show, proving once again why it was so difficult for anyone to keep a straight face around him.